few months ago, we set ourselves the challenge of going to Germany, Switzerland and Italy over 3 consecutive days watching a game of football in each, and we tried to do all of that for less than what we spent going to one Premier League game. That's all our travel, tickets and food. It was such a success and so much fun, we thought, why not do it again? So we are going to be watching 3 games over 3 days in 3 different countries, all this time in one action-packed video. So we're kickstarting here in Oslo, Norway, $9.99 for a flight from London. You can't go wrong. We'll keep a spending tally on screen at various points throughout, but we've got no time to kill. It's time to go and catch some local Oslo football. First stop is a quiet one. Skeid Oslo are one of over 30 football teams residing in Oslo. They currently play in the 3rd tier of Norwegian football, having previously won the Norwegian Premier League back in the 60s, as well as winning 8 Norwegian Cups. They last played in the top flight in 1999 and now play their football here at the Nordre Assen, capacity of 264 seated, after they left their previous home due to slipping down the league system. So when I read out that we're going to a 3rd tier game in Norway, I didn't quite expect this. You go to a 3rd tier game in England and you're looking at 5, 10, even 15,000 people. This feels more like a tier 9 game in England, which is weird, but I love it. That 3-0 to Skeid. That was the first game of the season at home for them. They play a summer league in Norway. Look, there is ice everywhere. I thought it was meant to be spring. Hiwa, you play as a goalkeeper for a Norwegian team here in Oslo. You play in a 4th tier team. Now in England, if you played in a 3rd or 4th tier team, you'd be playing full time, you'd be quite well known. And I want to know what the comparison's like for you playing as a goalkeeper in the 4th tier, in Norwegian football.
Yeah, well, obviously there are differences, and first and foremost, there aren't many teams that apply wages to their players. So most of us study or work, and then we train in the evening. So it is a bit of a chasm, but we enjoy it. We love what we do, so we just have to keep at it.
My man, I love that. Shall we go and watch some more football?
Let's do it.
Let's do that, man. No matter where you are in the world, you cannot escape the allure of the Premier League, well, the FA Cup this time. So had to go and watch that. It was very interesting to watch a game of football out here. Hiwa was saying how football's huge in Oslo, but most people just support Premier League teams, and that was shown right there. I've never seen a pub so full for football. It was mad. There was a little section watching a Norwegian game, which was really nice, but it's a big indictment of how overpowering the Premier League is becoming in this world, which is kind of a shame to see. We're only a day in and I'm already like dying, so we're gonna have a little rest, try and get some spots of Osloing, and then we've got our next bus to the next destination. We have arrived at destination. About 2 hours sleep. Just slept on a bus floor for a little bit. We are here in beautiful Gothenburg. Okay, I'm here with Lucas, another Tifo subscriber, are you?
I am.
My guy, I love you so much. You are clearly a huge football fan,
Yes.
living in Gothenburg. We were just in Oslo. It's the exact same there. They absolutely love their football, but it seems like there's a bit of a disconnect between the fans and Norwegian football, and a lot of fans watch football abroad, European football, Premier League football.
Yes.
Is that the same here? And if it is, why do you think that is?
It is the same. It's like tradition. Back in like 30 years ago,
Yeah.
everyone watched in Sweden watched English football because it was the only football we could watch. It was the only football on TV, and people started to like English football because we hadn't access to any other football.
So we're going to a game now here in Sweden. We're going to represent the Swedish football.
Yes.
Do you think there's anything that can actually be done for the fans to go to these games?
The fans are like the whole football. As long as we get our beer, our fun time.
Ah, yes, I love it.
We will continue to watch football, and really important is to get to have low price on the tickets so we can afford to go to the games, because I mean there's nothing we love more than football, do we?
BK Häcken is the second stop of our journey, one of 4 teams that play here in Gothenburg. The other 3, including 2-time UEFA Cup winners IFK Gothenburg, all play in the same stadium in the heart of the city. BK reside on the outskirts and are seen as outsiders by their crosstown rivals. They've never won a major trophy, but the smallest and youngest of these Gothenburg teams has seen wise investment catapult them above all of their rivals. They finished 4th in the top division last season and qualified for Europe. The club also organised what is known to be the biggest annual footballing tournament in the world, the Gothia Cup. Last year it brought close to 40,000 kids, 1,700 teams from 82 nations together. Legends such as Pirlo and Ibrahimovic have played in it in their youth. It promotes diversity in football and has helped BK maintain their stature over the years. Two goals, 2 minutes. People say football outside the Premier League isn't entertaining. That was amazing. Pleasantly surprised by that. We have still got a few hours until our next bus to our next destination, so I think we should go and see some more of the city. 2 hours sleep in 48 hours. I can't say much else more. I was pleasantly surprised by the support at BK Häcken, real community spirit and feel about the club. I'm hoping the same can be said for tomorrow, but first we have a 13-hour bus journey to get there, which we can sleep on. So let's do it. seamless, mate. Blur. AGF Aarhus is the last stop of our journey. 5-time Danish League champions and a record 9-time Danish Cup champions. The boys are telling me that everybody is against this game being played on a Monday night, something which has only been happening for a short while now in the league. Despite that though, and the fact that both teams playing tonight are safe from relegation and their season is all but over, the fans are out in their numbers. We were kindly invited to join the game with a group of awesome fans, and it was clear after talking to them that the allure of the Premier League did not interest them one bit.
I can't refer to any statistics about this, but I can only talk from my perspective. And I can say it's a big community thing for me because I have a lot of friends that I go to football with. Yeah. And I feel it's harder to make a relation to a foreign club.
This is what matters to you, Aarhus.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
What matters to you.
Because I can go and watch the games like every week, and that's the thing for me about football.
Since I was a child, my parents always took me here. It's just like I love it. I love the community down here, and I love like the spirit you have in the stadium and the culture.
But are you guys willing to let me into your crazy little area right now to enjoy the football?
Yeah, no problem.
Are we
man.
up for that?
Yeah, sure, man.
Let's do it, guys. Let's give it a go. That is the end of the road for us. 72 hours of non-stop football and travel. We don't sleep anywhere in between all these games, so it's a really tough challenge. The final game was fairly uneventful. The fans were so lively that we actually missed the opposition scoring and winning the game. But the games don't matter, it's the experience and the cost. And looking back at everything we spent, we come to a round figure of £550 between the two of us, which is around the same as what we spent last time. For that price, two of you could go to 3 countries and watch 3 games of football. The Premier League may be a global force, but there's still raw and authentic local football everywhere you look. It was a pleasure meeting everyone that we did. Shout out to all the Tifo subscribers who helped me with information before we went on this trip, and especially the ones that we met during the video. But now it's time to catch up on some sleep. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.